So today I am subbing third grade. I am at a school I haven't been at before. So when I got here, one of the teachers called and informed me that there was going to be a fire drill today. But luckily the students know the procedure. They know where that emergency bag is, the clipboard, and the sign that we need to take. So I let them know in advance so they won't get all wild up. The kids were very helpful. They knew where to line up when we're outside, what we're supposed to take. Once we came back in the classroom, we continued with math. This was the sub plans. She wrote them all out. It was very helpful and detailed. We started off with math. We were reviewing time. And then they worked on the rest on their own. After math, we had recess. Then we moved on to ELA. For ELA, we read 2 chapters of The Legend of the Sleepy Hollow. Then on Google Classroom, they completed an assignment with questions about the 2 chapters. So it is lunch right now, but 15 minutes before lunch, the power went out. The power is still out. The students went out to lunch, so they're eating outside since there's no AC in the cafeteria and it's dark. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's getting hot in the classroom. But luckily, most of the assignments are papers that they need to turn in, except that Google assignment that they were working on. Some students were not able to submit that, but some students were before the Wi-Fi and the power went out. Because the power is out, I am not able to warm up my food that I brought, but luckily I didn't finish my snack. I have my fruit, and I finished my graham crackers. After lunch, they're moving on to DLD, so they have an adjectives worksheet to complete, as well as a fix the sentence have worksheet and similes worksheet. And then they have silent reading as well for 20 minutes. After that, we are moving on to recess. And from 1:28 to 2:10, they have creative time, which she said to take them out to the playground or stay inside if it's too hot. So lunch is about to be over in about 10 minutes. I am setting up for the next assignment that we're going to be doing with the students. So on their desks, I put the worksheet of adjectives. I guess we're only doing day 1. And I totally forgot that the computer and the power doesn't work. And I was already preparing to use the doc cam. So what I did instead is on the board, I just drew the cat and 6 lines to describe the adjectives if the power's still not back. When we move on to the fix the sentence, I'm gonna write it on the board. So it is dismissal. I already walked the students to the gate. I'm just gonna finish the sub note and kind of pick up any trash that was left behind. Hello everyone, so today I am subbing 4th grade. I haven't subbed 4th in a few weeks. When I came into the classroom, the teacher had everything laid out. She had already logged into the computer. She had the lesson plan, the sub slides, GoGuardian, which is what we use to kind of monitor what websites the students are in. She had a Google Classroom open. She had all the assignments I needed ready. So that was very helpful. I'm about to pick up the kids in a few minutes. Because she had everything prepared, I had so much time to kill. So I was just reading and then walking around the classroom to kind of see where everything is at. We are starting our day doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to be taking attendance. They're going to fill in their attendance and work on their daily handwriting. All students have their daily attendance folder, so each day they color in today's date. Then they are going to be working on their daily handwriting, which is them practicing their letters. After that, we are moving on to DLD. For DLD, we always switch classes, so my 4th graders will be going to another class and I'm gonna get a new batch of students. For DLD, we are going to be reading, doing what's right. Then they're gonna be doing a tree map and answering the questions assigned. After DLD, we send the students back and we are going to be moving on to comprehension, which they are starting their ocean animal report. So today they are doing research on an animal of their choice. Here are their choices, and they're going to be filling out this paper with the information they find. And then all the information is in Google Classroom of each animal. They'll be using the info on the slides and then just adding it to their research paper. Also during comprehension, we are going to be reading an article on Common Lit. The story is about what good is a salt marsh, and then they'll be answering the questions. It is recess right now. The class has been doing really well. I'm going to eat my fruit that I brought. I didn't eat breakfast. I just wasn't hungry. But I did have coffee in the morning. So after recess, we're going to continue with comprehension. Almost 90% of the class was able to finish their ocean animal project. We didn't get to finish the Common Lit article. I read it to them. We are on question 2 out of 4, so they paused there before recess. So this is GoGuardian. This is just one screen out of the 20 student screen. So it lets me see the website they are on and what website they are currently on. So I have seen that some students are on Cool Math Games when they're not supposed to. So we just go ahead and close the tab over there. This is the assignment, the Common Lit assignment. We left off on question 2 out of 4. So we are just gonna finish this once we come back from recess. Then we are gonna listen to a story which the teacher chose, If You Take a Mouse to School. After this, they're gonna take the AR test, and then we're gonna move on to UA. For UA, they are going to be reading for 15 minutes quietly, and then we're gonna move on to math. For math, they are learning about multiplication and division, so they're gonna watch this video, and then we're gonna do these practice problems. Then they have an assignment on Freckle to complete. So it is lunchtime right now, and I am eating kind of like a Greek salad. The kids have been doing good. They are just talkative, which I was talking to another sub while I was warming up my food, and she said that her class is talkative as well, but she said that that's normal for 4th grade, which I figured. They do their work. They just like to talk to the person next to them. Morning, everyone. So today I am subbing 2nd grade. Just like a minute ago, I had a student come into the classroom. I guess I forgot to lock the door, but I had a student come into the classroom right now asking if they can stay in here until the bell rings, but I didn't feel comfortable just because I'm the sub. I don't know if the teacher allows students to be in here before school or during recess or during lunch. So I tend to not. I just tell them that I'm going to go to the office, so I'm not going to be in the classroom. And then they just go play. So when the bell rings in about 15 minutes, I'm going to pick up the students from the yard. And once they come in, they are going to be reading while I collect their folders and stamp for attendance. After that, we are moving to the Pledge of Allegiance and the Students' Pledge, which the STAR student is going to be leading. Then we will be moving on to language arts. So we're going to be going over phonics, specifically prefixes. So they'll be working on their whiteboards. So we are going to start off with phonics. I'm going to be playing one of the prefix videos, and then students are going to be spelling words on their whiteboards. So these are their spelling words. So I'm going to read them the sentence. They're going to look at the picture and guess which word it is and write it on their whiteboard. Then after that, they're going to practice their high frequency words. In this page, they're going to write the 2 high frequency words, which are warm and street. So they're going to write warm 3 times, write a sentence, and then street 3 times and write a sentence. After that, we're going to continue on the recycle and reuse packet, but this time we're going to be reading the mystery note, underlining prefixes, and then writing and answering the question here. After language arts, we are going to be going to recess, and after recess, we're going to start math. So another student just knocked on the door right now and asked if they can stay in the class. I'm assuming now, because this is the 2nd student that came in and asked, that their teacher lets them stay in. I think I'm gonna just do that during recess. Maybe because it's hot. If they knock again, I'll let them in. I'll just keep that door open. So after recess, we started on math, and for math, they are learning about sides and angles. So we did 3 pages together and they did 2 on their own. So we were just counting the sides and angle of every shape and then drawing some shapes as well. So the students did this page on their own, and then they also did this 1 page, my homework page, on their own. I am back in the classroom. The students are not here. They are in art. I dropped them off. I don't know if the teacher stays there or not, but I took their math that they were working on and I graded it, and I was gonna put it in their cubbies, but there's like no name and it probably is under all the papers, so that's gonna take me forever. I'm just gonna get my lunch and then head back just in case I do need to be there. But the students want to come in during lunch because it's hot. So if they do, they're gonna do this because they probably know where the cubbies are more than I do. So after math, we went to art. So we went to another classroom. I think we were there for about 45 minutes. Then it is lunch right now. So after lunch, we are gonna move on to mindfulness. So we are gonna be watching this Go Noodle Flow video, which is the one I chose was called Chin Up. After this, we are gonna be working on DLD. So for DLD, gonna be reading the story, Changing Matter, and then we're gonna go to day 3, and then we're gonna answer the questions based on the pictures. So after that, I am going to be reading this book to the students about the states of matter. Then we're gonna move on to comprehension. So it's still based on the states of matter. We're just focusing on inferences. We're gonna read this story. They're gonna annotate their book, and we're gonna answer all these questions. After we are done with comprehension, the students are gonna be working on UDL. So they have an assignment on Google Classroom. If they're done with that, they are gonna be on AR or Mayan. Then we have indoor PE, recess, and then after recess, they come back to do reading, and then we pack up for dismissal. It is still lunch. I have the students in here putting the math pages and the art back into the correct cubbies. It is their second recess. They got their snack for the day. They had mangoes, and the teacher has tahini. Those a lot extra, so I took one, and it's really good.